We are honored to be streaming tonight's recital from the beautiful Chodic Concert Hall on the campus of the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. My name is Steve Ray, and I'm with UTC's Theater Division. Dr. Ronda Ford is with UTC's Music Division. Together, these two divisions make up the Department of Performing Arts. Ronda and I are delighted that you have joined us. Our department is proud of how our faculty, students, staff, and administrators have responded to the current health crisis. We continue to find creative ways to bring performances to our community. Tonight's virtual recital for flute features pieces by three composers. Johann Sebastian Bach only wrote one unaccompanied piece for flute. Probably because of a desire to have more works by Bach for unaccompanied flute, flutist Peter Lucas Graf transcribed some of Bach's unaccompanied violin sonatas and partitas for solo flute. The first movement Ronda will play for you tonight is a minuet, which is a slow, stately dance in 3/4 time from the 17th century France. The next movement Ronda will play for you is a Baroque, which is a lively 17th century French dance in duple time. When dancing the Baroque, the dancer transfers body weight quickly from foot to foot, usually on the balls of the feet in a series of small steps. The last movement by Bach and transcribed by Graf is a jig. The jig was a popular Baroque dance that originated in the British Isles and became widespread in aristocratic circles of Europe. In ballets, jigs were danced by couples. The next piece Ronda will play for you is In the Park by UTC American composer Dr. Jonathan McNair. This was composed and adapted in July and early August 2020. It is a suite in 4 movements. The title refers to spending time outdoors in a public park. The first movement is titled People Watching. One of the things that can be interesting in a public park is just looking around at what the various individuals or small groups of people are doing. Hence, people watching. The second movement, Reading in the Shade, is self-explanatory as an enjoyable and relaxing way to spend a morning or an afternoon. The third movement, For the Love of Dog, reflects the composer's affection for dogs and the happiness of a dog who gets to play in the open spaces of a park or gets to sniff around the trees and bushes and trash cans. The piccolo player must use some special techniques for this movement, including pitch bends in which she moves the instrument in order to make the tone bend downwards just a little, thinking of how dog voices sometimes do likewise. Another technique is flutter tone, in which the player makes a rolled R while playing to give a playful growl sound, again, much like a dog. The fourth movement, Dancing Children, evokes the uninhibited movement of young children who couldn't care less what their dancing looks like to anyone else. What could be better for a child than to be outdoors, in good weather, with lots of space, and few limitations on play and movement? The music uses persistent rhythms, asymmetrical meters, and lots of small leaps to give a playful feeling to the music. The last piece tonight is by Charles Koechlin. He was a French composer, teacher, and writer on music. The McNair songs are a set of 96 pieces for solo flute. Koechlin had himself classified this set into 3 books of 32 pieces. Tonight, Ronda will be playing 4 pieces from Book 3. The title of Book 3 is Prayers, Processions, and Dances for Familiar Gods. The first piece is titled Procession of the Young Girls. second selection is titled Dances to Greet the Return of Spring. The third movement is titled the Piccolo, a wedding poem. The fourth movement by Koechlin, and our final selection for the evening, is Dances to Celebrate the Return of the Father. Rhonda, thank you for a lovely performance. Thanks also to Dr. Jonathan McNair for contributing his original composition. Before we end the evening, we would also like to say a special thanks to UTC's executive video producer, Mike Andrews, for the technical assistance that made it possible for us to stream this performance. We hope you enjoyed tonight's recital. Please check UTC's website for other upcoming performances that fulfill UTC's Department of Performing Arts' commitment to continue producing accessible performances